Well, we're here at the Casa Marina Waldorf Astoria. It's a Hilton property here in Key West, Florida. What I'd like to do today is give you a quick tour of the place and a little bit of a reel of what I thought of it. So, hope you enjoy this. The Casa Marina Waldorf Astoria Resort was built and opened in New Year's Eve of 1920 by railroad magnate Henry Flagler. So this is the driveway leading up to the grand entrance of the hotel. One thing to be aware of, you're looking at $27 a day plus tax, almost $30, for just the self-parking, and $35 a day for the valet parking. As you walk through the front door, you are absolutely impressed with the beauty of this lobby area. One of the first things that I noticed was all the wood and the wood ceilings that are above you. Just absolutely gorgeous. The concierge desk is on the left and the front desk over to your right. That's where I checked in. The staff there was very courteous and efficient. Got me in right away. There's a little bar over to your left as you walk down the hallway, and there's a store here on the left-hand side with all the sundries you might possibly need. An ATM if you're low on cash on the left there. And then you come over to the grand ballroom. Now the Flagler Ballroom has been turned into a buffet for the morning breakfast. And it's your basic standard buffet with everything that you might imagine that they could have. I have to say up front, I did not try the buffet. The reason being is there's so many places to eat that are nearby within walking distance even, and they have fabulous foods at those breakfast places for considerably less. But again, if you don't want to leave the property, that is an option for you there. There's outside dining, which I'll show a little bit later in this video. So you head back out of there and you make a left and you're at the coffee shop, or coffee spot should I say, which if you want a quick cup of coffee, pastries, rolls, morning newspaper, this is where you can grab it. Moving over to the outside, the property has two pools. They're very large. The first pool here that you're looking at is the children's pool, which is really nice because it does keep the kids contained. And on the other side of the property, that is where the adult pool is. Again, I'll show that in just a few minutes in this video. The view up at the back of the property, again, spectacular. And you turn around and you're looking out at the beach area on the opposite end. This is the beach area, which is very, very nice, but highly recommended if you're going to be walking into the water. Definitely you want to wear water shoes because it is rocky. There's plenty of space on the beach. We didn't find it to be crowded whatsoever. This is in the morning. They're setting up for breakfast outside. So if you are going to have the buffet there, I would recommend eating outside because you do have a very nice view. So here's the adult pool that I talked about a minute ago. Again, very early in the morning. It's very nice, and right adjacent to it you have the bar where you can get your cocktails, which I'll show you. Here's the outside pool bar area, which obviously overlooks the ocean here. Some very comfortable seating as you sip your cocktails. This is right next to the pool. This area up here used to be some type of observation pier. I'm sure one of the hurricanes wiped it out, and it's not in use now. It still looks kind of nice out there. Again, you have another shot of the beach from a different angle. Again, plenty of room for seating, plenty of chairs. Nobody's crowded. You can rent cabanas also if you choose to. Now this was outside of my room. It's kind of a gathering area down there. If you want to have a cigarette, if you're into smoking still, that's a place that you can do it at. So my first impression walking into the room was not very good. As I looked around, realized it was fairly small. Had a cappuccino maker, your flat screen TV, king size bed, which looked very comfortable and turned out that it actually was, but very, very dated with the furniture, the lamps. Out on the balcony, had an outstanding view. Again, you can't rate this hotel down with some of those views. Walked over into the bathroom, extremely small. I didn't expect that for this type of hotel. When I walked back out, I looked at the walls out there. There was dried bird crap on the side that they apparently didn't feel a need to clean up, and it had been there for some time. The stucco down below was falling apart, literally all over the place. Then I looked over at the chairs. Very disgusting. They're all stained and absolutely filthy. The table wasn't much better. Finish is all worn off a bit. It's absolutely ridiculous. I looked over at the other wall, sorely in need of paint. So moving back into the room, I stopped, I looked at the door frame. What I got? We have mold all over the door frame. At least that's what it appears to be to me, which can be quite frightening if you know what mold can do. When I walked over, I took a look at one of the lamps. If you look at the base down there, it's all rusted. I mean, literally rusting apart. There's absolutely no excuse for something like that. Looking at the tables, it's banged and battered like I'd never seen in a hotel room. It looks like something you got out of a second-hand store, and they couldn't even give it away. Literally all the furniture in the room was beat up just like that. Moved back into the bathroom. The tile in the shower, extremely old and dated. And then it came around, looked at the door frame there. The door frame's all beat up, in need of paint. And turned around, looked at the outside door. That's even worse as you look down. Sometimes the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's bad. I moved outside. You know, your first impression of the room is when you walk to the door. And this is the door that I had. Sorely in need of paint, just looked absolutely horrible. Then there's the floor tile. The floor tile is cracked. And I don't mean one crack. I mean cracks everywhere. And in the cracks, the dirt has embedded itself in there. So therefore, even when they sweep, mop, or whatever they do, they don't get the dirt out of it. Really gross to look down and look at that. Again, no excuse for having a floor like this in what's supposed to be a 5-star resort hotel, as this place bills itself. Curtains. Oh, absolutely disgusting. I don't know what those stains were that were on there, but they definitely need to be cleaned. And while they're cleaning them, maybe they should patch the holes in the curtains also. That was absolutely incredible. Again, take another look at the furniture there. They give you an idea of what it looks like. Beat up all the way around. So in closing, the grounds of the hotel are fantastic, but when I'm spending $550 per night, I would not expect a room on the level of a flea bag Skid Row hotel with bird crap on the walls or too lazy to clean up. The room is not even close to what I expect from the Hilton properties. I hope this helps if you decide to book here so you know what you're getting into or what kind of room to expect. I'd like to thank you for watching, and please hit the subscribe button if you want notifications on travel adventures, hotel reviews, city tours, cruise and airline reviews, and other fun things. Thanks again for watching Pat's Adventures.